kind of
No, that
fell. Let
works.
me
Wanted
just
to show the
get out.
beautiful blue sky of Naples. Yeah,
Oh man, weather is nice outside.
awesome. Well, wanted to start by thanking you to taking the time of doing this live with me. Truly appreciate taking time. I know you're a busy guy running your restaurant, so appreciate that. And then want to tell people a little bit what I've been doing here. So someone that may not have watched the show yet. So for the last 5 weeks or so, I've been doing live videos with business owners like yourself to allow business owners to kind of showcase their business, their services, their products, in hopes that we'll get customers into their stores and hopefully sales and help them through the crisis that we're facing. Right. I have a big following on Instagram, and I thought which ways that I could kind of help out my community, and the way that I thought of doing was by doing this live videos and open up the space so that people can business owners can kind of tell us a little bit about them, about their store, the restaurant, whatever it is that they're doing, and then tell us a little bit how they're coping with the COVID-19 situation as well. So it's been going pretty well. It's 5 weeks now. We've had some positive results. People keep asking more and more to do these live videos. So I'm assuming there's a big positive feedback from this as well. And then by the numbers that I see posting 500 600 people watching these videos, it's excellent as well. So that's enough about me. I wanted to kind of start by talking to you and asking you a little bit about who's Evo, and where's he from, and how did he end up in Naples.
Well, Felipe, first I want to say thank you on my behalf and on behalf of all the small business owners here in Naples and the surrounding areas for doing this and helping in any way you can. I think our community has been very supportive and very coming together throughout this whole craziness, COVID-19, and shutting down most of the life as we know here in Naples and all over the world. So I want to say thank you to our entire community. Thank you for all the support we've got throughout the past 2, 3 months. And we just couldn't do it without every single one of you guys. And for that, we sincerely appreciate it. And we thank everybody. Uh, a little bit about myself. So, my name is Ivo. I was born and raised in Macedonia. Uh, Probably most of the people don't know where Macedonia is, but it's located in Southeast Europe. It's right north of Greece. It was part of Yugoslavia back in the day, so a lot of people know it as still Yugoslavia, which in 1991 we got our independence and we became an independent country. Uh, I I grew up there, went to college there while still kind of coming here for the summer as a student, just doing some traveling, doing some working, and I fell in love. So I started doing my graduate school here, actually at the FGCU, so it was here in the area. And then from there, kind of life happened, like I met my wife, we have a beautiful child now, and life kind of happened, and that was 2011 when I came to Naples for the first time. So 9 years later, I'm still here, and I have no plans on going anywhere else. To be honest with you.
Awesome. And from how did it evolve from coming here as a tourist and fall in love in the place? Because I think we all do, right? I'm not from here either, but once you come here and you spend some time here, it's kind of hard to think of any other place else to live other than here. But then how did the restaurant kind of happen? I mean, it's one thing to be a tourist in Naples, it's another thing to be a business owner, right? So
Yeah, so my education and my professional training had nothing to do with each other. So I went to college. I did criminal justice in Macedonia, and that was my goal. That was my whole career. Then I came to Virginia first. I started working for a big entertainment company. And, I was working HR department. I was a little bored, being, sitting in the office all day. That was just wasn't for me. And then my grad school here is actually in forensics, which again has nothing to do with the restaurant business. But throughout school, I had to support myself. I had to pay for school, so I was bartending. I was working in the kitchens. I was working in front of the house, serving, all parts of the restaurants, and that's where that love kind of became a long-term relationship with the hospitality business and with the restaurant business. And down the road, I've worked in restaurants since I was 17, starting in Macedonia, a little cafe serving coffee, then a little bit in Virginia, and then a lot here in Naples. And past 4 or 5 years of my uh, restaurant career, I've been at some level manager, somewhere in front of the house, somewhere back of the house. I was with one of the biggest restaurant groups here in Naples for quite a long time, and I'm very, very appreciative of all the training and everything they taught me about the business, how to successfully run it, and how to give the best customer service, which is something I think kind of distinguishes us from a lot of the other taco concepts around here in Naples.
Awesome. And then how did the Turco Taco actually come to life? Because what was the spark that said we want to do a taco place, and this is kind of what we plan on doing.
So Turco Taco happened. I started working for the Miko Group. I don't know if you remember, the Miko Group opened a Mexican restaurant that was called Masa. It was in Mercado, right across from the pub, where Rocco's Tacos is right now. So I started working for that company there. We opened the restaurant. I was one of the bartenders, and I met my now business partner Oz, who was another bartender. But he had a chef training. He was a trained chef. He's originally Turkish, but he lived in Australia for quite a while. So he moved here from Australia. While he owned several restaurants, he sold everything. He said, I want to go. His wife is from here, so they both came here and kind of settled in Naples. So we met there. It's like the first year of working together, we kind of knew that we gotta do something together, and our plan was to do something completely different what we're doing right now, fine dining, since both of our trainings were in fine dining, that's what we knew how to do best. And from that, we almost had a location on Fifth Avenue. We almost had the lease that unfortunately kind of fell through, and we started working on a different concept that would not involve so much overhead and that would kind of give us more of a life outside the restaurant than life only in the restaurant. So that's how Turco Taco was born, and we started working hard on what's hot right now, what people are asking for, what's missing in Naples, and what's missing in all the surrounding areas here. We looked at a few different concepts, and we knew we can do better. We knew we can do something different. We knew we can incorporate a high quality of product and high quality of service for the people that want to enjoy that on a daily basis. And I think we did it, to be honest.
Awesome. Yeah, and we'll get to the menu a little bit and have you kind
Yeah.
of run down the menu. But before I go to the menu, I want to talk about the building that you're in, because
Yes.
it's hard to miss that building, and it's, to me, it's one of the most iconic buildings here in Naples, right? So if you can, for people that haven't been there, or if you can give a little bit of the description and what the history that you know of the building as well.
Yes. So the building is the famous A-frame Dairy Queen building. Everybody that has been through Naples, everybody that has passed around downtown Naples have seen that building. It's just super hard to miss. It's the weirdest, odd-shaped building in this entire area. Nothing looks like it. It just
Yeah,
stands out,
yeah,
which is something that we really loved about the building. What we were scared of at the beginning was, few businesses couldn't make it here in this building, but we knew that we kind of had the right concept and that we would bring the life back to this building. So the building was built in 1968, 52 years ago, to be a Dairy Queen. It was built for Dairy Queen. The gentleman that owned that, he owned the building and he owned the Dairy Queen franchise. So he sold his business 30 some years later. He sold his business, but he kept the building. His daughter inherited a building, and then Dairy Queen, due to their some of the, this is what I know, what I've been told, that Dairy Queen kind of had to move due to some of their corporate, rules and some stuff about that. So they moved down, literally down the street, 2 blocks down, and this building was empty for a little bit. Then it was turned into a shake shop. Then Schnapper's Hut, which is other concept. The gentleman is out of Cape Coral, and he's very successful in Cape Coral. And I think it's a wonderful food, but for some reason he wasn't successful here in Naples, and he pretty much gave up on the lease, and that's where we came in. We had the vision. As soon as we saw the building, as soon as we saw inside, I've never been to Dairy Queen here before, but as soon as we kind of saw it, we had the vision. We knew what we want to do. We wanted to do a garden patio to kind of separate it from the street, so people don't feel like they're sitting in the parking lot or they're sitting right on the busy 41.
Hmm.
And we wanted to create an atmosphere where whether you come dressed up from church or you come for a dinner for an anniversary, you come half naked from the beach, we welcome everybody. We want to create a casual, everybody's welcome, everybody's invited. We want to have everybody here. And the building is just, man, the best feeling is we have people that, you know, parents, they come with their kids, and the parents tell us that this is where they had their first ice cream 40 years ago.
Yeah.
This is where their parents used to take them, on
Yeah.
the night after beach, and it's just incredible feeling. It's just
Oh,
phenomenal
that's cool,
to
and
hear
I'm
the
sure it
stories.
helps with business as well, right? Because it's I'm sure people. I remember when I went to Turco, I was interested in what the building looked like, right? Like I wanted to get a closer look and everything. So I'm sure from a business perspective, it also helps a little bit as well, right?
It
So
does. I believe we owe at least part of our success to the building,
yeah,
and I definitely believe that. And also, this building, when I say we gave it a new life, this building had never had an inside seating. This building was only window service. They had some benches outside, they had some tables with the previous business, but they never had inside seating. We opened it up so you can come inside. We only have few seats inside, 15. They're more of a counter seats, bar stools, but we still wanted to give you that chance to kind of walk in, to see the building, see the kitchen, completely open kitchen, see where your food is being cooked, how your food is being cooked, and whether you like it or not like it, and decide whether you would like to stay and dine with us or you don't.
yeah. And they say in any business the there's two steps, right? First, you have to attract the customer, and then you have to provide service or a good that have them keep coming back for more. And I think definitely on the first one, attracting the customer to the building probably helps you a lot. And I'm sure people keep going back not because of the building, but because of the food that you serve too. And talking about food, I kind of wanted to get into the menu a little bit, and if you can kind of you don't have to give us details on everything on the menu and everything that goes into everything that you serve, but kind of a rundown and what are the things that you sell the most over there.
So, Felipe, what we wanted to do, we wanted to create a contemporary Mexican cuisine where our chef is Mexican. Our prep lead lady is Mexican. We have a menu that's short and simple. And the reason for that we want it to be is that we can sell almost all of our ingredients on a daily basis and have everything fresh for the next day, and not have to sit on your product for a longer time than for longer than 2 days. So I think our customers appreciate it, and they this is their words that they're saying that they can taste that freshness, they can taste that quality, and our love put into the food is exactly what we want the customer to recognize. So we created a menu that consists of five gourmet tacos, where each taco has a different step. Each taco has a different level of love put into it. And when I say that, like, let's say our carne asada, I'll take that for an example. Our carne asada taco, which is our best-selling taco, we wanted to cook the meat the same way that the Mexicans cook the meat. The Mexicans cook the pork, which is on the vertical rotisserie, which is a little bit of our heritage or where we come from, that part of Europe. So the vertical rotisserie, I don't know if you know this, was invented back in Ottoman Turkey in the 1900s. When Ottoman Empire fell apart, a lot of the Turkish started moving to Southern Central America, like with a lot of the Europeans. And they brought that cooking technique over to Mexico and Central and South America. So what they were doing is they were doing that and they were serving their shawarma, but from the Mexicans that was taken into a perception as a big taco. They didn't know what it is. It looked like a taco, but it wasn't really a taco. So they started calling it tacos árabes, which means like the Arabic taco.
Yeah.
So then the Mexicans started cooking their al pastor using that cooking technique that was brought to them, and they found that really when you put the meat and a little bit of the fat part, the way it cooks, the fat melts over the rest of the meat, so it's not chewy and it stays moist. So we wanted to cook our beef and our pork the same way, and our chicken is just cooked on a flat top, just grilled chicken. And for our chicken taco, we use a chicken that's marinated in chipotle crema. So when I started talking about the carne asada, literally the steps, I'm sorry about it, literally the steps of building the taco go where you warm up the tortilla, then you put the meat on it, then you put the molcajete salsa, then the pickled onion, then the radish, then the avocado mousse, and the cilantro on top. Our cooks and our kitchen staff is trained that no, you cannot put the meat and then the radish. They're like these are the levels that the taco is built. Just so we've tried it every other way, and that's the level where you taste it. You can literally taste all the layers of flavor that's packed in that taco, and that is how we imagine to be consumed. So the tacos, again, the gourmet tacos we're trying to do are completely different than any of the other places around. We just don't just throw, cilantro and onion and call it a day. We don't do a lettuce, tomato, and cheese either. So that is, we give our customers the option to build their own taco. If you like that on your taco, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you create your own taco. And then our quesadillas. So our quesadillas, I think what makes them super different, why people love them so much is some of the sauces that we put in there. The certain temperature that we cook them at. So they stay crispy throughout the whole time of you eating the quesadilla, but they don't get burnt. With just a really thin line between getting it crispy and getting it burned. So those little things are things that we really pay a huge attention at. We spend a lot of amount of time training our staff, and we are very thankful to have a great staff that can kind of envision what we have in our head and execute it for our customers.
Awesome. I wanted to ask, a question that I've been asking everyone in regards to COVID-19. Obviously, I'm doing these lives because it affected a lot of businesses, and a lot of changes had to be made to accommodate to being able to open and even accommodate customers. So I wanted to ask you, how did it affect you guys, and what were some of the steps that you had to take to make sure that you were able to open and make sure that I think it makes it a little bit easier for you that you have outside seating, so it's from the very beginning, outside seating was more acceptable, if you will. But I'm sure you still had to put a lot of measures in place, and what were some of those measures?
So as soon as we were ordered to shut down completely our dining rooms, we had the vision. We saw the windows that Dairy Queen used. Okay, this is our time to utilize the windows again. Dairy Queen was successful using those windows for 45 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can make a good use of them. So that's something that really helped us. Another thing that really helped us is that the way we had the restaurant set up from the beginning. We had thanks to us, my business partner, who is a technology consultant and tech savvy. So he set up everything. He set up online ordering, online payments, deliveries, pickup, all of that from the moment we opened, which is of June 29th of last year. So we had all of that set up. We didn't have to jump on it and set it up right now like all the other restaurants unfortunately had to do. That kind of give us a little step ahead, you
Mhm.
know. But it affected everybody. It affected us. People were scared to come out, which I absolutely understand. Some of the measurements that we took is we took certification of how to handle the restaurant during COVID-19, and it's a serve safe certificate of how to manage food handling and food management during COVID-19. They created a course just for this. So we did that. We made sure the restaurant was spotless, sanitized. We made sure that we sanitized customer credit cards that were paying with the credit cards. We made sure our displays where they sign it, everything is electronic here. So you sign it on a customer display. We made sure to sanitize it after every use. We pre-packaged all of our salsas. There was no self-serve anymore. There were no refills, meaning refills. You give us our cup. You want a refill, we give you another cup. We didn't want to have any contact for the safety of our employees, and the safety of our customers as well. We didn't want any cross contamination, any cross touching. So and I'm gonna be honest with you. My wife works at the hospital, so she was the main reason I had to do it because she was all over me about doing it,
Yeah.
and which I'm very thankful for. At the end, our customers saw all the steps we were taking. Everything we were doing. Everybody in the kitchen was wearing masks. Everybody in the kitchen still wearing masks actually. Everybody in the kitchen was wearing gloves at any time. We took the temperature of all of our employees as they were coming into work throughout their shift and at the end of their shift. We wanted to make sure we're completely protected and our customers are completely safe and feeling safe coming to eat here. Which again, I'm very very thankful for all the support. Again, we were struggling. Everybody was struggling, but we still had the support of the community and our loyal customers. They kept coming back and they kept being here for us and supporting us.
Awesome. I wanted to ask you because you mentioned, June 29th last year was when you opened, so you're coming up on your 1 year anniversary. Have you thought of any big plans yet for the 1 year anniversary?
We
Something you can
have,
share?
we have, and we will be able to execute them during all the COVID restrictions. But we have, and we really want to do something big. We really want to do something to show our appreciation to the community, to give back to our community, and I hope we'll be able to do it. Again, Cinco de Mayo, which literally happened 2 days after all the restaurant dining rooms opened, was something we didn't expect, to be honest. We got literally crushed. We got crushed. We had a little bit of wait time for the food, and uh, I'm very thankful that most of our customers were understanding. And they saw how hard our staff was working to execute all those orders. But that was a little bit, back to reality. Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
Here we are. Get back to work. Which was awesome. It was absolutely awesome to see everybody here. So for our 1 year anniversary, I hope we can do something big.
Awesome. I'll be on the lookout for it to see if I can attend or get
You'll be
together.
one of the first ones to know. I promise you.
Awesome. Appreciate it. The other thing I wanted to ask you is if you could kind of share with people that haven't been there yet, and maybe haven't seen the menu. How can they website, address, phone numbers, anything, social media handles, so that people can learn a little bit more about Turco Tacos.
So we're we're very family run business where literally I run the restaurant together with my business partner Oz. His wife does all of our bookkeeping, accounting, and all that part. My wife does all the graphic design, all the social media. So we are really family, small local business where we. I'm sorry, it fell off again. So with the support of all of the people around us, we created an amazing website. It can be our menus on there. The website is www.theturcotaco.com. Our phone numbers are 239-331-4527. We're located at the old Dairy Queen building, 410 9th Street North, which is Tamiami Trail North, right across the street from NCH Downtown Hospital. We do have online ordering through our website. We do have our own in-house delivery that that we are only charging a small delivery fee. We do have our app that's available for Android and iOS, and you create a profile on the app. You sign up for a loyalty, which gives you 5% back on every purchase after the first $100 spent. So we have all the technology where it allows the customer to literally go online, order. If they want a curbside pickup, they enter their vehicle information, they get a notification how long it's gonna take for the food to be ready, and we just bring it out to their car. If they want to dine in here, you can just come in and order it here. You can see our menu. We have the menu displayed on the menu displays, and we also have a printed copies for people that want to take the menu, sit at a table. But that's pretty much it. We're trying to utilize all the piece of technology we can right
Awesome.
now, and it's really helping.
Cool. And before I hang up with you, you had mentioned that you want to do a giveaway here, so I'll let you do the giveaway.
Yeah, so we wanted for all of our viewers and everybody that's been watching us, we wanted to do a little giveaway. We wanted to offer a $20 Turco Taco gift card to you choose Felipe. This is your show.
All right.
I provide a gift card.
All right. So we're gonna do two, right? We'll do one right now
We'll do
live. So
two.
the first
Yes.
person to respond live, or after the video is posted, first one to respond to me. Let's do it this way. When was Turco Taco first open? Right. We said a couple times on the live what day and what year was first open. So first person to respond gets a $20 gift card. And then tomorrow when I post it on my Facebook, the video, I'll have another trivia question about the live. And if you watch it, you will know the answer. And then you get the second gift card. Does that work?
Sounds great to me. Yep.
Perfect.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, Ivo, I want to thank you again for taking the time and speaking with me. Tell us a little bit of your history, a little bit of the history of Turco Taco, and and the building too. That was really cool. A little bit about your menu and what you got planned coming up, and I truly appreciate it. And I hope to see you soon when I stop by there.
Felipe, thank you so much. It was nice seeing you. Thank you to everybody that was watching it, and we hope to see everybody here.
Sounds good. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you too. Bye bye.